everyone, my name is Okvita Sarihana Saputri and this is my presentation on the impact of TVXQ on Hallyu Wave. So, TVXQ is a K-pop legendary duo that have been in the industry for almost 19 years. They debuted under SM Entertainment on December 26, 2003 with 5 members, but then the group returned as a duo in 2011 after the breakup in 2009. So the man on your left is Changmin and on the right is Yunho. And prior to debut, they underwent a training period for a relatively long time, ranging from approximately 6 years to under a year. They were originally going to debut as an a cappella group, but the agency changed to boy band instead. That's why they are some of the greatest singers of all K-pop. So they were the gate opener for Hallyu Wave in Japan, along with their label mate Soloist Boa, making TVXQ the #1 foreign artist with most selling singles and albums and CDs. And that is, considering the rocky relationship between these two countries. TVXQ gained fame in Korea after their album Rising Sun, and then in Japan after the release of their summer album, and then globally with Mirotic. But their Japanese debut wasn't successful, so the promotion was very hard and very limited, especially considering their rising fame in Korea around 2005 to 2007. But after the release of Summer, all of their new releases achieved first on Oricon, thus securing their fame and fandom in Japan. In 2008, Cassiopeia, or the fandom name of TVXQ, made it into the Guinness Book of Records for the world's largest fan club with more than 800,000 official members. After some time, then TVXQ also officialized Big E's as their Japanese fan club name. And then on 2013, their concert, The Time Tour, broke record for the highest grossing concert tours and attendance records for foreign singer in Japan. And then again in 2017, they broke their own record with the Begin Again tour, which was held nationwide in 5 domes and Nissan Stadium for 3 consecutive days. So not only TVXQ captured the attention and love from Cassis and Big E's, but also the general public of all age, like I show in this picture. So around mid-2009, 3 members of TVXQ, Junsu, Jaejung, and Yuchun, as shown in the picture, were involved in a legal lawsuit against SM Entertainment for extensively long contract and unfair profit distribution, or as we call it, slavery contract. The 3 then left and started over as JYJ in CGS Entertainment. After some consideration, Jamin and Yunho decided to stay in TVXQ, but they held all of their activities until 2011, where they officially came back as a duo in SM Town concert with their new album Keep Your Head Down. Around the before and around the breakup, there were rumors spreading among the community that SM Entertainment treated TVXQ poorly and overworked them. And then there were some scandals involved by 2 of these former members. As a consequence of the dispute, JYJ was banned from performing on national TV. Nonetheless, the trio were still able to hold concerts in Japan and debuted as successful solo artists and actors. But it their group doesn't held very long. They were active on 2010 until 2015, which was the last single they released as a group, entitled "Wake Me Tonight." TVXQ, on the other hand, remains a top-tier artist throughout the whole K-pop industry, with great releases both in Korea and Japan. And the group is called the King of K-pop and the idols' idol for everything they have achieved. Mirotic, the global fame for TVXQ, is a staple K-pop song that everyone in the community must have known at some point. And it has also been performed a lot by their juniors in every special stage possible. Just look it up on YouTube. And then, yeah, TVXQ is very active in Japan, but as a group, they are they have not yet released a Korean comeback. So the last of their Korean album was their 15th anniversary special entitled New Chapter 2: The Truth of Love. But before that, they also released Rise as God before the members enlisted in the military. So since the past few years, the two have released solo albums that are just as successful as the group releases. So the members of TVXQ have never been involved in any malicious rumor or scandal. So when this social distance violation thing came up, fans just kinda laugh it off. But it turns out to be infuriating because MBC Broadcasting Station, which is a big station, published an article with twisted facts about what kind of establishment Yunho was in and how he fled the scene when the agency and the representation of the police stated that he was fully cooperating and the establishment was not like how they made it to be. It was not shady or illegal. And then the hashtag MBC apologized to Yunho was then raised by fans on Twitter since it ruined his second album promotion and TVXQ's very recent group activity, which was hosting a survival show called Kingdom, in which it was resumed by Changmin alone. And it all happened in February 2021. For Changmin, he only had a dating rumor once a few years ago, and it was normal for K-pop idols. Though not long after his solo debut in 2020, he announced that he was going to marry his girlfriend and that the wedding were going to be held on October 2020. But due to his non-celebrity wife and the COVID restriction, the wedding was held very private. It was ninja-like wedding. Fans were very happy and supportive, which is kind of rare in the K-pop scenario, but it was very wholesome. And Changmin continued to work as an idol. He continued to do activities, hosting radios and his own shows. Yeah, and still making music, still releasing good music. So to conclude, TVXQ lives up to its name, which means the rising gods of the East, being the king of K-pop that started their journey from the very bottom. Their influence until this very day is still very big. And yeah, because they were marketed for Asia, that influence on Japan and Asia opens up a new path for those who came after them until the Hallyu wave is like what we know today worldwide. So that we to say TVXQ walk so BTS could fly. And no offense to any of that, just it's just a saying that people said on the internet. So yeah, that's all for my presentation. I await your question, comments, and feedbacks on this forum. Thank you very much.